Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday, December 15th, and excuse me. Geez, got a frog in my throat right when I hit record. I haven't been around for a couple weeks, so I'm really sorry for that. For those of you that watch all the time, I appreciate you watching, and I'm sorry I haven't had any content. It's been an interesting couple weeks. I'm going to kind of get into what's been going on, but the A4T, when I think I'm going to do some more washing of the clutch plate. If you watched the last video, I need to still work on that. We'll talk about that tarp and those blocks over there in a few minutes while they're sitting there. And I was gone so I backed the trailer under here, but as you can see, I've still got the 4-bottom Oliver plow on the trailer, and I will be getting that off. I talked to Oliver Phil this morning, and we'll be getting that off here coming up, but we just haven't had time. He's got things going on and I've had things going on. So let's go in the barn and I'll tell you what's going on. All right, so first things first, I normally don't come on camera, but you know what, when I do, it's generally for something that's maybe not so good. But today I have to take off the my beloved Carhartt and to pay my debt to Moline Dan for a loss. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. I went to church this morning and asked God for forgiveness because I knew today I was going to have to make this video and put this thing on my head. But yes, Dan's team won. And we need to fire a head coach because it was the worst play calling I've ever seen, because I think even a Michigan fan would agree that there's no way that Ohio State should have lost that game because of the year that we've had and that the year Michigan has had. But they won, so kudos to them. If that gets us a new coach that doesn't choke every year against them, better for us. But yeah, this hat's not really comfortable at all. Like, this is not good on my head. So the bet always has been with Dan is the loser, and I left the tags on. Just, I don't know. I don't even want to touch this hat, but it's adorning my head right now. But so anyway, it's been a couple weeks for a video. A few different things. Work, real world job has been super busy, and I haven't gotten out here a whole lot. And unfortunately, a couple weeks ago, I had a very close friend of mine pass unexpectedly day before Thanksgiving. So that kind of, I think everybody out there has had that happen at some point in their life where they've got somebody that, it's just, I still am having a hard time coming to grips with it. But then, so I spent some time dealing with his brother is also very close to me, spent some time with him and dealing with their family and all that. So that all happened. And then we lost the game, on top of which my friend that passed was a big Ohio State fan. So we're all watching the game together. And that didn't help. I'm not going to lie. Losing didn't help. But anyway, then I had to travel for work last week. I had to get ready, and then I was out of the country last week, and so that was all good. I can't complain. I mean, the real job is getting to go do some really cool things. And while I was gone, though, I'll say that in my workouts in the morning, I watched a couple Moline Dan videos, and it kind of remotivated me. It's kind of getting me out of this little bit of a funk that I've been in of not even really wanting to come out here. And I'm motivated again to get back to work on especially this big dog. I want to get to work on a lot of little things to get done on that. So then flying back yesterday, I landed in New York and texted my wife, Mrs. Ohio MM, that I was back, and she called me, and that was weird because normally she would just send a text back, and she let me know that unfortunately our little donkey died yesterday, like right before I landed. So probably, other than our dogs, definitely in my life, one of the more cool animals that I've ever had. That donkey was awesome. And nothing's worse than not being here and I'm not able to deal with it. And I so came home last night and used the Jetstar and got her, but that's what the tarp out by the driveway was. Had somebody pick her up this morning and to take care of it for us because I didn't really want to dig a hole. It's pretty wet out. So I came home and had to deal with that last night, and then had some stuff going on today. So I've not been out here the way that I want to be, but we're definitely going to get back to working on these projects. Man, a buddy of mine over in Indiana, Brett, sent me a message on Facebook yesterday about a Big Mo 500 that was for sale here in Ohio, and it actually was Joe Pro's grandpa's tractor that a few years ago I saw it and I kind of liked it, and this guy up in that area was selling it, and I messaged him right away. I'm like, I'll take it, and unfortunately sounds like he sold it. He said it's Facebook, so if the other person doesn't show up and take it, then he's going to let me know. But that would have been a cool one to get. Big Mo with a loader and the backhoe. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping somebody doesn't pick it up, so I got a shot at it. Bring it home. It might need the motor rebuilt. No big deal. 206. Easy rebuild. Done them before. But we'll wait and see. Haven't heard anything back, so I'm guessing it's probably not going to happen. Just missed that one and had some other tractors pop up here lately that I'm not going to talk about yet because that still might work out. I'm just, there's some family dynamics in the people that are selling them, and if it does work out, that'd be great. But I don't really need any more tractors. What I need to do is build a barn. It's just, we'll get there. One of these days there'll be another barn, and I can, neighbor John does he's probably enjoying this video because he watches all the time, but he really does me a solid favor by letting me keep tractors over there, especially when I got to fit this in. Usually I can fit 2 or 3 more tractors in here, but when I'm working on an A4T, that requires a lot of room in here. It's a big tractor. So eventually we're going to be building another barn. And trying to think what else. Guess that's about it. But kind of an update. This will be a short video today, just because again I've been busy and I haven't really accomplished much out here, and so I don't want to bore you with whatever. But I just wanted to give you an update on where I've been, what's going on, and I'm definitely kind of re-energized into working on my projects, especially this A4T. I think coming up, I need to, let's see, let's go through the list. I need to get the brakes done because the brake lines had rust in the brake lines, so we're gonna put all new brake lines on it. I have new wheel cylinders that go down that help the brakes actuate. Let's put those in. New master cylinder. I'm gonna have to go through the wiring because since the motor was out of this, and this motor's out of a 2150 585, so it's got the electric shut off on the fuel pump, and there's just a few things different. It's got the heater up in the front to help heat the air, to help for cold starts. So I need to get all that wiring done from the ignition switch, make sure all that stuff works, get all that wired up, probably a new wire back to the pump that will be for the fuel tank. When I get the fuel tank back, I need to run over to Wendell Everett's and get the control box for the back for the 3-point. The one that I had, if you remember, was cracked. I got to pick that up, get that plumbed in. I got all the hydraulic lines still laying on the floor, the wheels, or the steering cylinders and the lift cylinders for the 3-point that I got to get over to Oliver Phil. And I do have my uncle pulled the injection pump off of the 302 diesel, that 69 302 diesel that's down at his place. It needs rebuilt. He brought it up to me just before Thanksgiving, and so gonna get that rebuilt so that we put that on. We'll get that tractor up here hopefully this spring when the big dog's out of here. So a lot of things to do. It's just a matter of mentally get myself out here to do it. And I've lacked that here. And it hasn't helped. It's been cold and I don't have heat, and I work all day, and then it takes forever to get suited up and come out here to get a half hour worth of work done. But I need to get back to work, because mentally, quite honestly, what keeps me going, and those of you that know what the real world job is know, like, this is what keeps me sane. This is what gives me a lot of satisfaction, is just coming out here and turning bolts and cleaning things and making things work again. I really enjoy it. So that's why I do it. That's why I created the channel. And, you know, I appreciate all of you for watching, even though you've got to look at this whole video, which is, for some of you, you're probably laughing this whole video. And for others of you, you're gritting your teeth with me. Like, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. And I'm a person of my word. So I made a bet. So here I am, Dan. You somehow that team won. Anyway, I'm going to over that. So, and I will say that I think it was this morning, I was pretty impressed with Mrs. Ohio MM. She said, hey, I didn't want to tell you when you were gone because you had enough other things going on, but the 302 is leaking a lot. And I'm like, well, which 302? She goes, the one it's the propane sitting over there. Of course, the steering pump has leaked on that. I've gotten a new one from Welter's, and it leaked, and I sent it back, and they sent me another, and it's leaking in the same spot. I need to pull it off and either rebuild it myself or send it out to them and have it rebuild again. But in the back, I got all kinds of hydraulic leaks, and she's like, the floor's wet, and I'm like, it's hydraulic leaks. So Moline, they all leak. But anyway, I need to get, work on that. I'm just standing here looking underneath the Jetstar, and of course this thing leaks quite a bit. Hydraulic leaks in the back. I need to go through it at some point. There's a lot of things around here. Each one of the tractors that I have little things that need done. Some of them have some major things that need to be done. But hopefully before the end of this winter, one of the things we're going to do is I'm bring the 950 over, the propane, and the low on the 3-speed is out on that, and I have the sprag to go in there. It's something you can do without splitting the tractor. Joe Pro's going to come down, and we're going to spend a day, and we're going to go in and we're going to fix that, and I'll show you guys how that works. Never done it, don't know how. I've had it described to me how it works. We're going to try to make it happen. So that's something that's going to be coming up, and and then maybe when that's in here for that, I might try to fix the hydraulic leak in the back of that tractor. And that tractor, well, then the other thing is too, the steering. The steering kind of grabs. It kind of hits like a thing, or it gets real hard and you got to force it past it. And so I need to figure out what's doing that. And I think it's the control valves and all up underneath the steering wheel. I think that's what I got to mess with. So got to get that done, and then I want to get the 302 diesel up here and get it going, and and then on the 302 propane, the PTO runs all the time, and I know that means lifting the whole seat, the whole hydraulic system off. I'm not real concerned about the hydraulic leaks on that, because when I pull all that apart to fix the PTO, then I can go through and fix all my hydraulic leaks. So that's probably a next winter thing, because that's major surgery to pull all that apart and to fix the PTO on that. But I want to get that fixed. And yeah, and like I said, on the A4T back here, we got a lot to do on that. But again, once I get motivated and get out here, it shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to burn through that pretty quickly. And but by spring, that thing should be running and driving, unless something goes really wrong. And didn't have a motor in it when I got it, so I'm really hoping that transmission and drop box and everything's good in it. Really hope that. It's going to suck pretty bad if it isn't. But other than that, boy, I've been just kind of rambling along, and I appreciate you guys listening to me. I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but that's kind of where we are. And we will also wash out the clutch area on the other A4T coming up. Hopefully we'll get a warm day that I can get that plate sealed up a little bit better on the bottom, and we can run some more stuff through there, and we'll just see if that fixes. If it doesn't, then we'll pull the motor in the spring, which is not good. Not looking forward to doing that for sure. That's a lot of work, but if you're gonna fix it, you might as well fix it right? And if we get in there, then that'll be clutch, pressure plate, you know, everything. So it's raining again outside, so it's just that time of the year. It's a little chilly out here, but I am going to probably cut this short here. It's just a quick update, and again, I apologize for not being around. A lot more videos coming. I appreciate you liking and subscribing. If you got any comments on anything I've talked about, appreciate to hear them, you know, about my projects. Man, fingers crossed on that big mow. I don't need a big mow around here, but I need a big mow around here. And I was telling Buddy about it. He's like, get that thing. It'd be nice to have a backhoe. And I'm like, I know, but I might have just not, you know, I was flying yesterday. So by the time I got Brent's message and got the message sent, I guess I was too late. So we'll see. There's other things that'll come along. That's when I least expect it. Is usually when I say like I'm not buying any more tractors, I usually get a phone call and somebody's like, hey, did you see this? And then things show up. And I'm like, I don't need that. And then they show up. So, you know, that's the way it goes. We all love this, and you know, gotta love these MMs. You know, just seeing Dan getting his 1050 home. I don't know if any of you watch his channel, but that he got a 1050 diesel and he got it home, and hearing that thing run and looking at the bubble nose on the front. I didn't like bubble noses before, but they've grown on me a little bit, and I just that kind of got me remotivated here. So. All right, well, appreciate, again, you watching. Please like and subscribe. If this is your first time watching, geez, I'm sorry this is the first video you've seen, because I generally make, hopefully, videos that are a lot more fun than this one. So, until next weekend, hopefully next weekend I'll get it here and I'll go back to doing some content on that, some actually wrenching content, and we'll go from there. I hope everybody has a good week. And, yep. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute, Dan. Very painful. My head hurts. I'm gonna have to go take some Advil.